This is Ifo camp in northeast Kenya. It's part of a complex for refugees near the Kenya-Somalia border. 25 years after they were established to accommodate refugees fleeing from the civil war in Somalia, the continued existence of these camps now remains in doubt. The Kenyan government wants all refugees relocated within 3 months. It's a position supported by leaders from northeast Kenya, who themselves are ethnic Somalis.
Today, our own security forces cannot enter the refugee camp. Gangs are formed. Al-Shabaab cells are there. So what we have said is, we have done enough. We want them to relocate 30 kilometers on the other side of Somalia.
The refugees deny accusations Al-Shabaab cells operate in their camps. Over the years, the Dhadhaab camps that were initially meant for just 90,000 people have received waves of refugees fleeing conflict and drought, pushing the population in the camps to almost 500,000 people. Despite the tough conditions here, most refugees see them as a better alternative to life in Somalia. We met elders from the refugee community in a crisis meeting.
Going back to Somalia is not an option for us. Even the leaders of the Somali government are not safe and have to travel in tanks belonging to the peacekeepers. If Kenya is tired of hosting us, then we request the international community to resettle us in a third country.
It's not the first time the Kenyan government has called for the repatriation of Somali refugees. An agreement between Kenya, Somalia and the UN has already seen the voluntary return of more than 2,000 refugees in the past year. The latest call by the Kenyan government is its boldest so far. The threat that Kenya will forcefully remove the refugees if the UN doesn't is what has the refugees worried most. They have this warning for the Kenyan authorities.
If we are returned against our will, then the thousands of young men among us will join Al-Shabaab. They will have no option but to join the group. It's the only thing that will give them relevance.
UN officials say it will be impossible to close the camps and that any move to relocate the refugees must first be agreed upon by Kenyan and Somali authorities. Mohammed Ado, Al Jazeera, at the Dhadhaab refugee camps in northern Kenya.